Hi, how's it going? Igneous here, back again with a update for the Assassination Rogue on my Weak Aura UI. So it's now available to download. Um, Basically, it's built using the Weak Auras add-on. If you don't know what that is, it's an add-on that allows you to display graphics and animations and bars using triggers from in-game data and tracking resources and whatnot. It's a great add-on, and it's what is required to use this UI. Basically, down below here is the Vendetta tracker, the little poison bug, and that is what tracks your Vendetta cooldown, and it will be green and gross like it is now um, when it's off cooldown. And we'll jump in and I'll show you some of the other stuff. So basically, in the middle here, we have the Rupture Dagger. That lets you know when you don't have Rupture on the target. When you do have Rupture on the target, it'll disappear like that. We have these poison bars that are in the mouths of the snakes. The green one, the first green one on the left tracks your Envenom buff, and the other one tracks the debuff for Surge of Toxins on the target. This flashing blood chain here, that's the Garrote refresh tracker. When you have it on the target, you won't see it. When it's not on the target, or when it's off cooldown, it'll appear. And you can see here it's about to come off cooldown. Now we can see that it's off cooldown, and it'll start flashing when it's actually missing on the target. So that's how the Garrote cooldown tracker works. You can see now that the poison thing was ready, and once we, Vendetta was ready, and once we used it, the green disappeared, and now it's on cooldown. You can see that it refills as it comes off cooldown. We just use King's Bane. When it's active on the target, the debuff, you can track it by watching those blades drain. They'll turn yellow and start draining. I'll show you what Super Stratagem looks like. That's that one there. And Exsanguinate, I just have to wait till I'm out of combat. Then I can switch those talents. And I'll show you Elaborate Planning as well. There's Elaborate Planning. I'll just move some stuff on my bar around quickly so that... So Exsanguinate is basically these hooks that will pop up now. So these two bloody hooks on each side, when Exsanguinate's off cooldown, they'll appear. If we use them, they disappear like that. Elaborate Planning is this scroll here, and as you have the buff, basically it'll decrease like a little scroll bar on a scroll. And that's basically the gist of the Assassination UI. You can see obviously that the combo points flash green when you're capped, whether you've got 5 or whether you've got 6. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys like it. Give me any feedback. I know it won't be for everyone. Some people will just like to look at the dots on the nameplate or whatnot, but this is basically for people who enjoy this kind of thing. If you don't, I'm sorry. Use something else. But if you really like this kind of stuff, I'll be making it for all the other classes and specs. I'll try to get to them as fast as I can. If you feel like supporting me, you can check out my Patreon, or if you feel like giving me a one-off donation, you can just use the Buy Me a Coffee button on my Patreon or in the link below. But next, I will be trying to finish off the Fury Warrior. I've already started on it. There's a lot of changes coming in BFA, so I'm trying to build it so that it will adapt to that. I've also been working on a few bits of Enhancement Shaman, as well as the rest of the specs for Fury Warrior. such Arms Warrior and Prot Warrior, so those ones will come out soon as well. After Shaman will be Death Knight, and after Death Knight will be Demon Hunter. But what I'll do is I'll show you the other rogue UIs that I've made. I haven't made Death from Above for this. I've done marked for Death, but I have not done Death from Above for Assassination because Death from Above is being removed when BFA launches. That's why I don't have that in there, if you're wondering. But yeah, that's the overall gist of the Assassination UI. And I'll show you the other UIs now, if you haven't seen them. So I'll show you Subtlety first. Let me just switch specs. So with the Subtlety UI, basically down the bottom you have the Oni mask, which tracks your Shadow Blades. And either side are the smoke bombs that track Vanish. And the kunais track either Death from Above or Mark for Death. Currently in the Assassination UI, I'm missing a tracker for Vanish. I'll be adding that later on. I was just trying to figure out a way because people decided they didn't like things just being attached on the side. I was trying to make a way to incorporate it visually so that it matches some other stuff. So I will be making some updates to the Assassination UI later on, just to add Vanish to the trackers. So I'll let people know when that's done in another update. But basically, you can see I have Shadow Dance trackers on the combo UI. On the combo bar, the combo crow. And when the little dagger pops up, that's for tracking Nightblade. Underneath the energy bar is a tracker for Symbols of Death, so when it's on cooldown, it'll fill up. When it's off cooldown, it'll flash like that. And we'll use it here after. So while you have Symbols of Death active, it'll start draining like that. And you can see that when you have your Shadow Dance, it'll use one of the bars on the crow. And as it refills when you spend your combo points, they'll fill up again. And that's basically the gist of the Subtlety UI. I will be making a written version of all the UIs so that you have a reference to see what does what, but normally you should be able to figure it out by using your abilities and tracking them. You can also open up the Weak Aura interface and see what each one is tracking or what it's named. They're normally named after what they're tracking and what they do. But I'll show you the Outlaw Rogue UI if you haven't seen it yet that I've made. In the center is the combo Kraken, and that obviously tracks your combo points. Above it is the Ghostly Strike tracker that will track whether you have it on the target or not. Now that you have it on the target, the dagger disappears and it'll pop back again right now to let you know to refresh. The rum bottles on each side, they track your adrenaline rush, so we've just used it, and while it was active, the bottles drained as they turned blue, and now they're refilling back up again. Above the Dread Blades meter, which is the red one, we have the Slice and Dice meter, and that will flash when it starts to get low. So when we need to refresh Slice and Dice, it'll flash like that, and all we need to do is use our combo points to refresh it. The guns and pistols are our opportunity proc, so anytime we have an opportunity proc, pop up, and we can pop that off and it'll let us know. And I'll show you roll the bones. That's not what I want. I'll just swap into Mark for Death here, and that'll give me roll the bones. Basically, the roll the bones works is that it's a meter. It has all the icons, like the same icons that are on the roll the bones dice in the game. We also got Killing Spree here, and Killing Spree are just some skulls that appear over the combo Kraken. So we rolled our dice. There's the skulls there above the combo Kraken for the Killing Spree. We've just activated Dreadblades. You can see that meter pops up there. We activated Killing Spree, so that those skulls disappear. Dreadblades drains. So we rolled the first roll the bones we rolled was bronze because we only had one. This one will be silver because we have two. And basically, if you get 5, then it will turn gold. As you can see, the roll the bones bar drains with time and also has a timer on it. It'll also flash whenever it's time to refresh. But that's basically all the UIs. If you want to check out my Patreon and see more about the project and support me, you can jump on there from the link below. I also have a one-off donation option using Buy Me a Coffee. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching. Support me if you can. If not, it's completely free. Have fun. Thanks for watching.